Iron Mind, the Stoic warrior's rebirth. The monastery had long since turned to ash. Kale knelt beside a dying fire in the ruins, head bowed, body still, eyes open. His beard was streaked with gray, not from age but from grief. The brotherhood he once led had betrayed him, torn apart by ambition, ego, and cowardice disguised as strategy. His name had been revered, then forgotten. His students scattered or slain. His honor, unchallenged, was now buried in the dust. But Kale knew pain was not the end, it was the forge. The fire cracked beside him, mirroring the fire reigniting within. "If the mind is unshaken, no storm can destroy the man," he whispered to no one, repeating the words he once taught others. He rose. The mountains above the valley were jagged and merciless. Perfect. Kale climbed without rest, arms bleeding against the cold stone. Hunger gnawed at his insides. He embraced it, his body screamed. He silenced it. He reached a peak where even birds did not fly, and there he began again. Each morning, he trained with the discipline of a soldier and the silence of a monk. One leg balanced on a splintering post over the cliff's edge, eyes closed, sword on his back. He did not move unless breath commanded it. He studied again, not the sword but the self. Aurelius Epictetus. He carved lessons into the walls of his cave with his blade. Endure. Transform, return with reason. Months passed. His body grew leaner, sharper, harder than ever. His emotions no longer ruled him. Anger became fuel, grief became focus, doubt became challenge. He forgave the past not out of kindness, but because carrying it slowed the path forward. Then one morning, as the sun cracked over the mountains, he descended. The world below had grown crueler. Villages pillaged by bandits. Kings grown fat on fear. People cried for heroes and were given monsters. Kyle gave them silence and steel. He fought without flourish, no speeches, no vengeance. He simply acted, with clarity, with control. His armor was simple, black leather layered with iron, light enough for movement, silent as shadow. On his chest, the mark of the Stoic. A circle split by a single unwavering line. He left behind no banners or glory, only tokens, coins engraved with quotes. "You suffer because you think the pain should not be there. Master yourself, or remain mastered by everything else." Soon his legend returned, but he was not who they remembered. He was more. Not a teacher, not just a warrior, but something harder to kill. A man who had reinvented himself in the crucible of ruin. People sought him not to follow, but to become what he had become. On the peak where he once bled, Kale rebuilt, not a monastery, but a temple of will. No priests, no idols. Only students willing to bury ego, fear, and comfort. When asked why he returned, Kale simply said, "You came for strength. I offer stillness. You want to conquer. I offer mastery of the mind. That is the only true war, and the only victory that endures." And so rose the Iron Mind. A Stoic, a warrior. The world watched, but Kale did not look back.